Hey, RCA Church family, happy Friday. I hope you have had a wonderful week, rainy as it has been, but we're headed into a great weekend here at RCA Church family. And I'm glad you tuned in because I've got your weekly word. Here it is, serve. Serve. Have you thought about serving and what that looks like in your life? Let me help you out. Jesus said in John chapter 15, verse 13, He said, "Greater love has no one than this, that you would lay down your life for your friends. Lay down your life for those that are around you." Really, that's the essence of serving, isn't it? Think about that, because when you serve, what you're doing is you're taking your agenda, sometimes your own finances, your own time, your own desire to do whatever it is you want to do, and instead you are submitting that to a greater purpose and to a greater plan, to help your fellow man, to volunteer, to be involved, to make a difference in some way, to help someone else. The essence of that is to serve. And there is this element that is giving of yourself to help someone else. And as I just mentioned, that looks like our time. As we volunteer, you can't be, if you figured out how to be in two places at once, please let me know. I could really use that skill. But last time I checked, nobody had figured out how to do that. So if you want to say yes to something over here, you have to say no to something over there. And when it comes to our time, service brings us to that very point of decision. If we want to say yes to helping someone, sometimes that means we got to say no to a relaxing afternoon or a relaxing evening or having some alone time or doing something that we want to do, catching up on our favorite show, because instead we're using that time to help and to bless someone else. Friend, it's the same with your finances. It's the same with your talent, all of these things. And that's the heart of Christ. Jesus came to serve others, and that showed in His life. And as followers of Christ, that should be one of our number one goals is, how can you show other people the love of Christ if you're not willing to serve them? If you're not willing to go out of your way to inconvenience yourself from time to time. And here's a really cool thing that I have found, and Jody and I have been involved in serving in many ways, both inside and outside the church for years. And here's what we have discovered, is that as you begin to give yourself for someone else, as you begin to get involved and roll up your sleeves and help and bless and begin to make a difference, there is a joy that comes on you that you'll not have doing anything else other than serving and helping somebody else. And in fact, I'll say it this way, it can be so strong and so powerful and so motivating that if you're down, if you're depressed, if you're facing a challenge, if you can find a way to get out of yourself, get out of your own headspace and say, you know what, I'm gonna get out of the house, I'm gonna get away from this situation, I'm gonna go help somebody else, that when you do that, even though things aren't perfect in your life, when you decide to make a difference over here for somebody else, you then become a recipient of that. It does something for you mentally, spiritually, emotionally, all the way around, that has a lifting effect. And so my challenge to you and the weekly word is serve. Find someone to serve. Find a place to serve. We're going to be talking about this in more detail this coming Sunday at 10:30 a.m. Join us right here in person at RCA Church or online. But whatever you do, I hope you will find a place to serve or find someone to serve and make a difference.